Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Tosin and this is my fourth YouTube video. I hope you're genuinely enjoying my videos and learning from them if you're here to learn. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the worst decision ever made as a business owner. I thought long and hard about this one, so I'm just going to go at it and share it with you. This video is going to be really short and I hope you enjoy it. The year 2022 was honestly an amazing year for Ways with Spinora, an amazing year for me personally. A lot of things was happening. I was planning to get married. I was also planning to leave the country. And one thing I was also planning was opening a physical store. Now, Ways with Spinora had not opened a store in as at that time, and this was going to be the biggest waist beat store in Nigeria, and yes, Waistbeat's only store. It was an amazing feat and I was so looking forward to it. And when it happened, I was so excited. So we're planning to do this in February of 2022 and in March the store launched. But what was also happening was I was also planning to leave the country. So imagine trying to, do something that amazing and not really be there for it. Aside from the month that we launched and maybe a month after we launched, I got married, and a month after I left the country. So there was just a lot happening. So this video is titled The Worst Decision I Made as a Business Owner. And this, in my opinion, from all the long thinking I did, this was it. Opening a store or leaving a store that I was not going to be in that country personally to operate. What I mean is that I had plans. Don't get me wrong. I did not open a physical store and left the country and left the store without hands. But what I mean is that Wages by Nora was still in its very early stage of success and growth in the country, and opening the store was something I thought was going to be that big thing, and it was that big thing. We went viral on Twitter when we opened. We got publications, and there was just a lot happening. We went viral on social media when the store opened, and women loved that there was a space for them to actually come and shop waist beads and wear waist beads, and of course, waist designer and hosting events. We did that a lot. So what happened was that I left the store. I hired a team that, of course, we had a team in Lagos. We also had a team in Osun State then, but that's unrelated. But it got to a point where, just like in every business, the people that you put in a particular position want to advance or move on, and that was where it became really difficult. So the people that I had hired, probably some of them wanted to get a different job or move on, and I could not trust anyone else to handle the store. I started to, in fact, in the space of 2023, I probably hired maybe five different people to manage the store. And that was where it all started to go downhill. And it was affecting me personally. It affected my mental health severally. Every time someone was, not doing what they had to do at the store to keep the store running, I felt like this wouldn't happen if I was there. In fact, that was my feeling throughout the time I was operating the store from a different country. I was like, if I was here, this would not happen. And that decision to actually open a store and then take off to a different country, and of course, everybody knows that transport, like moving from the UK to Nigeria or to even any African country, in fact, is not cheap. It's not something you just get up and do. You have to plan in advance. And I had, in the year 2024, I had to actually travel back and try to fix things, and but we ended up closing down the store. So the store closed 2 years after it opened in March of 2024. And this, like I tell everybody, this is not bad news. This is literally me saying, yes, that store cannot be operational if I'm not there. I learned from my mistake. I should have actually closed it sooner. I should have closed a year into it, but I tried to see if I could ride it along for another year, and it was really difficult. I spent a lot of money, I lost a lot of money, and honestly, if I would really look back, aside from other, smaller decisions, because we there's so many decisions that I made that I would consider worse decisions, but I was in a learning phase and I was growing, and those decisions I got to amend or fix or immediately bounce back from them. But this one was a long-term decision. This one was something that happened over a stretch of like 2 years, running a store, a physical store for a small for a growing small business, and not be there like physically to handle stuff, to make it like advance and grow it by yourself, and leaving it in the hands of other people to do. So if I could do it again, two things: I probably would not leave the country the time I left, or I wouldn't open the store in the country I wouldn't be living in. So I probably would have planned to like open a store once I got to the UK instead, or just not open a store at all. So those are the options that I probably would have, but I wouldn't have opened the store and then left. Although it was still amazing in the first year, I left the store in the hands of two capable young women that actually did a lot of amazing stuff at the store. They were amazing. All my customers that shopped at that store in the first year loved their experience there. And yeah, I know that Oasis Binaural will be opening physical stores around the world very soon. But yes, I know that in the early stage also, I know now that in the early stages, you should be there. And if you're a business owner or somebody that is trying to do something watching this is just, I think you can apply this particular lesson to almost any area of your business. If it's not strong enough for you to leave in the hands of someone else to run, you should probably not leave it, because in the long term, like, it's going to turn out to be a bad decision to make, right? So right now, I'm not even with all I've learned right now, there are still some things that I cannot leave in the hands of someone else to handle, right? So for instance, something as small as managing your social media. I remember the first time I hired a social media manager, that was actually not a great experience. But now I want to hire a social media manager, because now I am at that point where I know that yes, if there was someone else working with me on my social media platforms, it's actually going to be a good thing for my brand and not something negative. Back then, it was difficult to even explain what this brand was about. Like, the person did not understand the brand as much as I wanted them to understand it. But now, with much more, visibility and, structure for my brand, anybody coming into my team, coming into this brand to work with this brand, has a structure that I've already put in place for them to, use and work. So I hope this video has genuinely, touched on some things that you personally, as a business owner, would, like to hear about someone running a business and opening a physical store, right? So that's my worst decision. You can let me know, if you're a business owner, you can let me know what your own worst decision has been since you started your business. Let me know in the comments, and I really want to engage in the comments. Just let me know. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really don't know how long it is. I hope it's not up to 10 minutes. But thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe. Have a lovely time, and see you again in the next video.